Okay, so my name is Marty Bickford. I'm with Affiliate Traction, and we're here to talk about why performance is a good model to use with an agency. But I also wanted to remind folks that the idea of doing any marketing on performance is fairly new. And it's pretty exciting. If you did any level of mass marketing back in the 90s or in the previous 100 years before that, you had no way to gauge if your marketing was successful or not. I can remember running ads for a technology company I was with back in the early 90s in magazines, and we would actually hire phone banks to call subscribers to see if they had actually seen our ad or not, to see how effective our marketing was. And we're in an age today where we can track the effectiveness of our marketing down to a level of detail that is amazing. And it's very powerful, the level of detail that we can measure this stuff at, and it's very dangerous because we're moving into an era where we're giving analysts control of our marketing channels. And when we do that, we're turning this over to a different beast, and we need to be careful. Analysts will try to look at what we can cut. They will always try to whittle down our marketing. Marketing folks are the ones who want to go up to the edge and jump off and see what works and see if they have a soft or a hard landing and then try it again, right? So we're in a new age where we need to be very careful. But taking advantage of this technology and this ability to use our analytics and our attribution and our analysts is very positive for us as marketing folks. This is very exciting. So the pricing matters, right? And I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Affiliate Traction. I'll just give you a quick background of who we are. So I'm having difficulty. These aren't really syncing up, but the reason that the business model matters is because business model tells you who you are. It explains who you are to your other people that you're working with. It helps you understand with other vendors how you relate to one another. Am I a competitor or am I a partner? You want to understand someone's business in the affiliates in the internet space, understand who pays their bills and whose bills they pay. That will tell you your relationship to them, your potential relationship to them. So Affiliate Traction is a global performance marketing agency. We are based out of Santa Cruz, California, which is a bedroom community for Silicon Valley. We have offices in London, in Toronto, and in Sydney, Australia, which we just opened this summer. Very exciting. We were able to bring on board about 25 clients in the matter of 3 months down in Sydney. So very excited about those operations. These are some of the clients that we represent in performance marketing. We've helped Boohoo move into the US market. We've run Forever 21 for several years in the US. We've run Skechers for about 6 years, Fisher-Price, Mattel, and a host of their brands. Sport Check in Canada, which is one of the largest sporting goods retailers, and Trunky is one of our great UK brands as well. Globally, we have just over 200 brands that we represent. And we do this in performance marketing, which is affiliate marketing, and we get paid on performance to go with that. So, wanted to talk about the services that we provide. Affiliate Traction sets up the affiliate networks for folks. And affiliate networks are exchanges. They are a place for affiliates, media outlets, and merchants to meet. You need a technology exchange to decide who's going to get paid what, to cut the checks, and to get the tracking links. The tracking is crucial, and that's what these networks do for you guys. So they provide fingerprinting technology and cookie-based tracking that is the key to all. They're doing everything on performance. We're going to see a lot of the tracking move towards fingerprinting over the next couple of years to help us get away from the issues with cookies, and it's a lot more accurate. Sorry about the feedback. I don't know how to handle that. We do recruitment, and we do ad placements. So our job is to make sure that our brands get in front of new consumers, potential shoppers, and we negotiate for that placement based on performance, not based on media spend. We never go to a media outlet site and say, we're going to give you $20,000 for a run of site with certain level of CPM and certain level of things. We always do it on commission. Everything that we do is based on commission. So when we run with a magazine, an online magazine, they only get paid when our clients collect revenue from consumers. Right? This is the holy grail of marketing. All marketing should be done, not only SEO, content, social media, banners, whatever kind of marketing that you're doing, the holy grail is to only pay for that marketing if it's effective. Right? So how do we measure effectiveness? There's multiple ways, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit as well. We also do brand compliance. Anytime movement in the internet goes towards one business model, fraud follows. And you can see whenever you're representing large brands, brand compliance and fraud are big issues. Affiliate is no different. You have to be very diligent about the media outlets that you work with and ensure that that traffic is completely legitimate. Another key thing is KPIs, and we're going to talk about a little bit about KPIs and attribution. We have a dashboard that helps us do that. So for the most part, affiliate is simple. The idea is you pay affiliate commission, and the output that you get from your media partners is relative to the commission that you pay them. Very simple concept. If I'm going to pay you $10, I'm going to get $10 in services in return, right? That is the way it should be set up. Making sure that that relationship between output and commission is where you need it as a merchant is not an easy thing to do. So affiliates, and what I mean by affiliates is anybody who is putting my merchant's ads out in front of consumers and is going to get paid on this business model. Every single affiliate is worth a different value to every merchant. And it's important that you understand what affiliates are worth what to you. You cannot just come out and say, I'm willing to pay 10%, all comers welcome. All the traffic isn't valued the same in our space, and it shouldn't be looked at that way. So no affiliate's worth the same amount, and there should not be a standard payout. If you're running an affiliate program, you should have a custom payout, a specific payout for every single affiliate that you deal with. Now, obviously, the number of affiliates may make that difficult. So you may want to only do the top 50 or whatever you're going to work with whoever's the top producers, but that is important. So the model is the message, right? It's really important that we talk about performance. Affiliate is not a media, right? When you hear about affiliate marketing, if you hear about affiliate marketing as voucher codes or price comparison or anything else, that's off base. Affiliate is a payment model. It's CPS. I'm going to pay you for performance. It's the business model, right? We've got CPM. I'm going to pay for banner ads. I've got CPC. I'm going to pay for clicks. And I've got CPS. I'm going to pay for performance, pay for sales, right? It does not define the media. It is the business model that we use to pay for the media. So affiliate is not voucher codes. It's not banner ads, and it's not price comparison, bloggers, loyalty, none of these things. It is simply a method for paying for your marketing. So we think that performance is key, right? It ties our success as an agency, the success of the media outlet, to the success of the merchant. This is a very symbiotic and profitable relationship for everybody involved. And we think that it's important that our staff at Affiliate Traction are also tied to performance. It's the basic idea of profit sharing. right? If I've got folks who can work hard and produce well for my agency, then they're going to get bonuses and they're going to get profit sharing. And that's good for my merchants that we represent as well, because we know that we're going to get hard work and we're going to get smart work. And we're going to focus on revenue. Our job is to produce revenue for our clients. Now, that may not be a strategic goal at all times. We have competing goals like brand compliance. We have branding that we want to accomplish, right? We might not see a return immediately from all the advertising that we do, and we're okay with that at certain times. As an example of this is Forever 21 is now launching a men's line. They don't expect a return on that investment for quite a while. They have to brand that. They have to make awareness. They have to get people shopping in that mind frame. But we want to focus on revenue. We want to focus on conversion. And we want to focus on traffic. Because traffic, you don't produce any revenue without the traffic. So we have to pay really close attention to, is our traffic going up, and where is that traffic coming from? Because where the traffic comes from helps us understand what our value is, right? It's easy for us to produce lots of revenue. We can take shortcuts to that. We can work with voucher codes all day long, right? We can essentially pay our consumers to go to the affiliates and we'll pay them some commission and we look fantastic. But the traffic is really important because that determines how valuable, where that traffic is coming from. So, talk a little bit about the challenges that we see on running from the performance model. I think John did a fantastic job of outlining these. But performance does not, in the affiliate space, does not generally incentivize brand building. It does not incentivize long tail marketing, which is important to all of our brands. It does not contain costs, right? So if you're paying the agency on percentage only, then you don't get any discount as the volume goes up, right? If I'm getting paid 2% on every sale as an agency, then I get paid that at infinitum. If I'm doing $10 million for a merchant, right, at 2%, that doesn't really work for them, right? So that's one of the flaws in paying an agency purely on performance. It does encourage agencies to focus purely on the bottom part of the sales funnel, right? We want to, as a merchant, we want to bring new consumers in. We don't want our agencies only focusing on the bottom of the funnel. And it may put the agency and the merchant at odds when it comes to short-term objectives, right? For example, we might have a merchant who wants us to reach out to bloggers to do some brand building. At the same time, they want us to generate more revenue. Those objectives are potentially at odds for us. And if I'm getting paid purely on performance, then I get to choose where my work goes, it's going to be based on revenue. So these are important things that we need to consider. So how do we address these? It's important, if you're doing anything on performance, that you understand what your KPIs are. If you don't understand what your KPIs are and how to measure them, what your measurements are, then you're not going to be effective, right? You're running by your gut, and I don't know about you, but my gut's off a lot of the time. We need to contain the cost by mixing together flat fees and performance. So there's a nice way to contain, to get that multiplier, to get that savings whenever you're doing a lot of volume, and that's to mix together a flat fee and a percentage. It dilutes the percentage over time to do it that way. And it still keeps your agency on their toes because they want to hit those performance objectives. The other thing that's really I've found to be very effective is to cap your monthly fees with an agency. So you say, hey, we're going to pay you X percentage up to a certain point, and then after that, we're going to cap it, right? And that's something that you should always ask an agency for, is a cap if you're running on performance. We want to use sales attribution to address the bottom of the funnel, and KPIs and attribution should always be in place to make sure that we're addressing long-term goals. Okay. So agree on KPIs with your agency, key performance indicators. What do you care about most? When you have to stand up in front of your boss, what are you being measured by, right? and hold agencies accountable to these things. You shouldn't worry about the details sometimes, right? Sometimes we get dragged down into the details. The TV went off. There we go. I think I could figure it out. Sorry, guys. So when it comes to KPIs, we want to make sure that we hold our agencies accountable to these KPIs, right? That should be the topic of your weekly calls with an agency. Don't worry about the details. Don't, focus on, is this stuff headed in the right direction? That's where things are most important. Understand the requirements that you have to effectively measure them, right? There should be technology and tracking in place to ensure that these KPIs can be measured in the correct manner. And align your KPIs for the channel with the same KPIs that you're measuring your agency by, right? How do you measure the effectiveness of your marketing channel or of your agency? It should be whatever marketing channel that they are running for you should be the same measurement. Huh? And make sure that you keep your personal objectives, because you're going to have some anytime you work with an agency, your politics, away from your KPIs, right? That's extremely important. Well, I don't know how to fix this, so I'm going to keep going. Okay, so what KPIs do we care about in the affiliate space? The KPIs that are most important are obviously revenue. How much revenue are you bringing me on a monthly basis? Balance of traffic across your affiliate types. A lot of people get hung up on where's the revenue coming from the affiliate space. And I'll tell you where all the revenue comes from the affiliate space. It all comes from voucher codes and loyalty sites. And the reason that's true is because that's a function of the consumer behavior, right? When you see the coupon box, the voucher box on your merchant site, it's telling you, go look for a coupon, go look for a voucher. So I call it the dumbass test, right? Most shoppers, we see about 85% of transactions that happen on the internet are done by women. And I'm not trying to be sexist here, but women talk as much about the shopping process as they do about what they bought. And you don't want to look you want to look like a good shopper. You want to look like you know what you're doing. So you don't want to get caught in a conversation where you buy something and there was a 20% coupon that you left on the table. You look like a dumbass if you do that, right? So we don't use these review sites as much anymore. We don't use consumer reports. We build our consumer confidence in the internet by taking 30 seconds to check if there's a coupon or not. But that's not where we're driving the traffic from. That's not where the consumers are actually finding out about our brand. They're finding out about those brands from all different kinds of marketing outlets. So don't care about where the revenue gets realized in the affiliate space. If you don't want to participate in the voucher sites, don't. But you might end up on them anyway. So a lot of these are user-based content, and you're going to be there if you like it or not. Pay attention to where the traffic is coming from. What you want is a balanced mix of traffic that's driving new consumers to your site, and then don't worry about where it converts. Pay attention to new to file. Pay attention to return on ad spend. I think that's one of the most important things to pay attention to. For every dollar that you spend with an agency, how many dollars do you get back in revenue? You should be getting at least $4 back. We see on average most of our merchants get around $9. That's our threshold. $9 back for every dollar that they spend with us. Multi-channel attribution is also very, very important. So am I seeing a big crossover between my channels, and is that a good thing or a bad thing? And it might depend on how much you're paying for that traffic. So another thing to pay attention to is attribution and last click. So my recommendation is pay your agencies on performance and pay them on revenue. And why pay them on revenue when we care about traffic and we care about ROAS and all this stuff? It's very simple, and that's because revenue is simple. It's a very simple measurement. So it's hard to argue with, and we don't want to get lost in our payment methodology. We want our agencies to get to work for us. And always pay your affiliates on last click. And the reason you pay them on last click, I mean, attribution is a very hot topic now. We want to know how much each of these clicks along the consumer path is worth. Maybe they're all worth 20% if there's 5 clicks. Or maybe the first click we think is worth 80% and the last one's worth 5. Well, who cares, right? What we actually care about is, we don't care about if we're paying on last click or paying on first click. What we want to do is pay those clicks for what they're worth. And we can do this without complicating the situation. The way we do this is simple. We look at what's the conversion rate of a particular affiliate, and how do we incentivize that affiliate to give us more traffic? So if I've got a voucher code site that I'm paying, let's say 10%, let's say my channel payout, I'm happy to pay 10% in the affiliate space. So I go through and I look and say, well, I think that these voucher code sites are actually worth 2% to me. So pay them 2%. If they're doing 60 or 70% of my revenue, now I've got a ton of money to spend in the places that are worth more. So now I go to folks like Skimlinks or Shop Style, where they're introducing new consumers to my brand, and instead of paying them 10%, I'm going to pay them 30%. I might pay them 100% commission, because I know that 70% of their transactions are going to convert at 2%, right? So we don't need to use complicated attribution models to pay out our marketing. We need attribution models to understand our value, and then we can use last click as a very simple mechanism to pay out what it's worth. And the key there is understanding the value of your traffic through attribution, and then developing custom payouts for every single affiliate in your program. So, affiliate for everything. I think I'm running out of time. I think it would be wise to apply performance to every type of marketing that you have. It is the holy grail of marketing. Last click attribution is available right now, and we can do real value-based attribution with the last click model. And the key there is custom payouts per affiliate channel that we use and per marketing channel that we use. So we're all adults here. Explain your attribution rules to your partners. If you're going to put attribution in place, ensure that you tell your marketing partners what you're doing. If you don't do that and you're based on performance, guess what? They're going to stop performing for you. They need to understand the rules. We're big boys and girls here. We can adjust to the rules that you guys put in place relative to attribution. So align the KPIs, mix up the models, and pay attention to attribution as well. And you can realize true payment on performance with the technologies that we have today. And that's all I got. Thanks a lot.